What's good with everyone? This is your boy DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. Give you that raw content that you deservedly need. And you know we repping that new media, support the movement. And today's topic will be about the Nets Big Three. Are the Nets Big Three good enough to beat the Lakers? Do they have what it takes to beat a champion? Do they have enough depth that can withstand the Lakers' depth? Rev, what do you think about their roster, and do you think they have a chance to potentially beat the Lakers if they cross paths?
Uh, Peace to the congregation. Peace to DJ's Raw Uncut Truth, man. It's the middle of the day. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all probably driving home from work. Thank y'all for always supporting, as you see on the screen. Oh, pull up Hoop Jargon. What's cracking? Hashtag new media. First off, DJ, I want to talk about this Shakespearean-like acting that has been going on.
Oh boy.
KJ, I think it's KJ Boxing, said on Twitter yesterday, this brother had the tweet of the day. He said, am I crazy for thinking that this was a ploy by Kyrie, Durant, and James Harden to make Kyrie seem so untouchable that nobody would want to trade for him? Because he would seem like a head case. That way they couldn't dangle Kyrie on the trading block. Because it stands to reason why the Brooklyn Nets are not making more of a fuss about Kyrie being out this long. I feel like this was a plot. This was a plan. The same way that James Harden was in Houston showing up looking like goddamn Professor Sherman Clump with a beard, or Rick Ross, you know what I'm saying? And coming on the court, you know, jersey not fitting, out of shape, and basically just quitting on the team. All of this has been a ploy and a plot and a plan. It's been a plan, brother. We all have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok. And I got to commend them brothers for doing it, man. I ain't mad at y'all at all. Look, man, I think more athletes should take their careers, take their brands into their own hands. And, you know, I don't like Kevin Durant. I think he's a snake-ass individual. He has a snake-ass personality. I'm not very fond of Kyrie Irving. He has snake-ass energy as well. James Harden doesn't seem like a great guy. You know what I'm saying? This is just what I read from their personalities. But at the end of the day, I must say, I commend them for what they did. I commend them for this plot. It's been amazing to watch. And my hat goes off to them. As far as can they beat the Lakers, DJ, I only got 3 words for you. Lakers, Lakers, Lakers. I don't think right now they can beat the Lakers. I've been hearing whispers since the summertime about Zach LaVine wanting to be on the Los Angeles Lakers. Chicago Sports Network just came out 2 days ago and was talking about how Zach LaVine has been asking for a trade out of Chicago. THT and Kyle Kuzma and a pick can get you Zach LaVine on the Lakers. I guarantee you that. You might have to throw one more piece in there, but I would love to see if that's going to happen. Me personally, I like the Lakers as is, other than Kyle Kuzma, because I don't see where he fits into the rotation at this point. I yield the floor to you, brother.
Man, brother, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, man, this is too well orchestrated. Because if Kyrie Irving can one day say, oh, the media are pawns, they're snakes, and then get fined and come right back and act all hunky-dory and say, I love the media. It's not the media. It was some of the people of the media. Trust me, this shit was planned, man. This was executed well. And kudos to the Nets. You got what y'all wanted. Don't have enough depth. I like that trade proposal for LaVine. I'll make that trade in an instant. This will be a perfect trade for the Lakers. You'll get to grow when LeBron leaves, and you can have LaVine and AD and plenty of depth. I'm not a big fan of Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma is a clout chaser. Kyle Kuzma is a beta male, and don't want any punks on this team. I do like THT, but sometimes you got to get the most what you can on these trades. So I'll be down with that trade. If the Lakers are listening, please make that trade.
You know what's cool about what you're saying? What you saying about this, DJ? Rob Pelinka mysteriously, right before the season started, said one of his number one jobs this season is to get a third star on the Lakers before the end of the season, because he wanted to make a smooth transition going forward with LeBron getting older. So do you think this is a serious possibility with this Zach LaVine situation?
Yeah, everything's on the table. Once I heard Rob Pelinka point that out, that they need to add a star to continue the legacy of the Lakers, that's going to happen. Whether it's Bradley Beal or Zach LaVine, something will happen because LeBron is getting older, and when he's done, they need someone to replace him. Shout out to Hoop Jargon. He's on the line, man. What you got on this topic, my brother?
Yeah, man. Well, as far as the Brooklyn Nets are concerned, I promise I'm not even gassing because Red said it. Earlier in my group the other day, yesterday, my cousin was posting it like, man, this got to be some grand. I wish I could flip through here and read it verbatim. But I was like, what is he talking about? Like, I was like, it's kind of far-fetched. He's basically saying like this has been like a grand orchestrated scheme. And he's like, watch how they still gonna get James Harden. And I was just like, I guess, like, I didn't pay it no mind. I'm just like, he tagging me. I'm just like, it seemed a little far-fetched to me. 1 hour later, James Harden heading to the Nets. I was just like, wow. I had to stop everything I was doing. I was like, man, this man might be the smartest dude in the room right now, man. So yeah, man, it's hard to. Well, it's not very hard to understand. Like, on a high stakes requires a lot of high movements, man. And so the Nets pulled the heist off, man. After reading that in context and seeing it play out, there's no doubt in my mind that's how I had.
Facts.
There's no doubt in my mind. Like, I cannot challenge what I know to be so when it lined up like that. So I'm marveling at it, man, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it was cold. And what makes it so cold is Kevin Durant said, okay, so you gonna go over here and act like this, and James, we waiting on you. Okay, I'm gonna drop 35 a night. We're gonna be straight until y'all get back. I mean, that's cold, bro. Durant has been playing like a man on fire, man.
That's facts.
Man, I'm glad I invited you brothers on this show.
You hear me, brother?
Yeah, I hear you, man. Are you good? Can you hear me?
Hey, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, yeah, man, I had a little technical difficulty. It switched over to my car mode on me. But yeah, man,
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it got crazy on me. But yeah, man, I'm just marveling at it. Like Rep said, man, well, here's the thing. Like, so if you know how these players move, these kind of things are called Machiavellian in nature. So basically, secretive motives that people have when they do certain actions. And so I'm surprised, but I'm still surprised because I've never seen one as intricate as this in a while. I really can't think of anything I can compare it to be honest with you.
Hoop Jargon, you pulled up on fire today. That boy said Machiavelli. I'm like, man, what? Hey, you teaching today, cuz?
For real, man, look this up, man. Like, it is literally a thing. Man. Like, so here's an example of another Machiavellian tactic. When if y'all remember, like 2 years ago, when Kyrie Irving was trying to get his youngest to buy in.
Yeah, I remember
that. Yeah, so what he did was he used LeBron as a pawn. Well, let me say, he used his relationship with LeBron to convey the message to his teammates that y'all should shut up and listen to me. So, and the media kind of missed it. They're like, oh, well, Kyrie's regretting leaving LeBron. No, that's not what he was doing. He was using that. Well, at first, I didn't want to listen to LeBron. I listened to him, he won a championship. So he's just using that as a diversionary tactic to tell his youngest, like Tatum and Brown Like y'all shut up. I know what it take to win a championship. Y'all should be listening to me. And that's what he was doing. So that's how those Machiavellian tactics go, where you use misdirection to get a point across or get your agenda across.
Absolutely, brother.
We got CA3 in the building. What's good, my brother? What you got on the topic?
What's good, man? Man, this is one of the most interesting trades I've ever seen in my life, man. Wow. Man, I couldn't imagine a team, with 3 players, as good as these 3 guys are on one team, man. It's crazy. But I really don't think this trade would have happened if Dinwiddie went down. If Dinwiddie didn't go down, I don't think this trade would have necessarily happened. I think the Nets really saw the light. Under the tunnel. I think they saw what was going to happen if they didn't make another move, man. And I think, it was perfect. I think it was kind of planned to get James Harden. When you look at the fact that they need another guy, because I'm not sure if they would have made out of the East if they had the team they had now. They're really bad defensively, and they don't really have a playmaker. So, I really think this is really the only move they could have done to kind of to be able to have even a chance to get to the championship or win the championship. I personally don't think this move gives them a championship. I still think the Lakers would beat them if they were to face off. It would be a very tough series, a really close, tough series. I just think the matchups, I think this Nets just on defense, they can outscore anybody. Don't get me wrong. But you have to if you want to win a championship, you got to be able to get stops. And when we look at the team, you just don't really see how they can get stops. And they don't really have much depth. Who's gonna guard AD once DeAndre Jordan gets in foul trouble? Who's that wing defender that's gonna keep LeBron James from getting to the lane? So, in a lot of championship teams, they usually have guys that can guard the best players, and kind of conserve the stars, and the stars can do what they do. And in this case, man, you don't really have, many players on the Nets that can really take the defensive responsibility off the stars or the Nets. So it's really gonna be tough, man. But I'm interested to see what they can do together.
Well, man,
I'll tell you who's not gonna play D.
Who that? Oh, my bad.
I'm gonna tell you who's not gonna play defense.
Who, James?
Oh, you know it.
Kyrie or James don't play defense, so it's gonna be tough, man.
Let me say this real quick, man. I'm with Hoop Jargon on this, man. Like, Spencer Dinwiddie, Karis LeVert, Gerald LeVert, whoever you want to call, bro. Kyrie and them have been planning this for a long time. Kyrie told y'all what the deal was last year when it was the beginning of training camp. And he was like, yeah, it's me, DeAndre Jordan, Kevin Durant, and it's a bunch of other guys on the team. And we don't know if they're going to be here. Like, bro, this has been planned out. They were trying to get James Harden the whole time. James Harden did not show up looking like Rick Ross for no reason. Like this has been an agenda. Kyrie, and this is what makes Kyrie so sick. I just talked to Hoop Jargon about this the other night on DJ's channel. This is what I mean about fake woke. When you're using social issues to fulfill an agenda. We all were talking about him meditating in the mountains and drinking the water from Lake Minnetonka and all of this, you know what I'm saying? But really, this guy really been playing a role in order to make himself an untradeable asset. For me, do I respect the hell out of it? Yes, it's a savage move. I respect it. As far as matching up with the Lakers, no, they don't match up with the Lakers, but I'm telling y'all, it's a reactionary league. And the Lakers that we're seeing right now will not be the Lakers team in the playoffs. The Lakers are going to make a move. It's just a reactionary league. And I saw LeBron's response. LeBron woke up this morning with violence on his mind. So somebody's going to get traded pretty soon. And as far as defense, man, like I said, I'm not that guy. Oh, you got to get stops. I mean, I've seen officials be able to help certain teams that lack with defense. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised to see Brooklyn win this year, but I want to see what moves the Lakers make. I think the Lakers match up well with them right now, but I don't think either team is done right now. Brooklyn's gonna have to go get some rim protection from somewhere, even if it's a veteran presence.
Yeah.
Bro.
I was just saying, as a championship team, you gotta get stops. Of course, you can be a great team and not really be great defensively. But I'm saying, as a championship team, you gotta be able to get stops. That's all I was trying to say.
I bet you
Brooklyn's
James
not
Harden.
done. You believe that, like Rep said.
Hey, who? I
Go
bet
ahead,
you
brother.
James Harden gonna lose that weight now.
Oh, he
Well,
will.
man,
Oh, you
he
know
gonna do
that.
that South Beach diet. That way gonna fall all of him. He gets to the club. He gonna do his whole routine.
I mean,
You know
but James Harden, he always looked out of shape. I mean, he's still gonna give the numbers, man. So it is what it is, man.
Yeah, somebody said Kyrie learned the ways of the Sith and the Jedi from LeBron James, and are able to manipulate like LeBron. And yeah, you can't be mad at that. The kid took his time in Cleveland and said, "Everything that you are, I want to destroy," and he learned it. And this is a hell of a move. Those guys are basically running the Brooklyn Nets organization right now. Like, they got them in the palm of their hand, bro. You know what I'm saying? The key piece is Kevin Durant. It's all about keeping Kevin happy. Basically, what they're doing with clutch sports with the Lakers, Brooklyn is slick doing with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Like, everything goes through them. When a guy says at the beginning of the season, when they're talking about his head coach, oh, well, he's not really the head coach. We kind of just coach together. That's what Kyrie said. Like, Kyrie telling y'all the game plan, man. You know, you just got to believe him. I don't think he's trolling. I think he really feels like they are in control of this team, and this team is going to go the way that they say it. And I'm not going to lie. That's kind of impressive to me.
Boy, Kyrie
I'm
gonna
gonna put
come
y'all
back.
on this term.
What you said, bro?
Now I'm gonna put y'all on this term, man. Like, and I hate to go too much into like speculatory stuff or like, you know, other level stuff. But
Nah,
this is,
teach,
again,
brother.
this is an
The hell
actual
with
thing.
that,
Hold on, take
teach.
my mask off. Nah, man, this program is called Order from Chaos, man. Like, this is a old. Now, if you want to put it on Masonic principle or whatever you want to do, I'm not trying to go super deep with it.
What this
But
boy
that's literally what
teaching,
LeBron
man.
James does every time, man. It's Order from Chaos. It's all this. It's like when you watch it, it's like, goddamn, here you go again. Here you go again. So I ain't gonna lie, I kind of slept on this one, but as I start to see the wheels turn, like I said, I just like it floored me. It floored me, and it's something that it happens because it works. In your top level provocateurs or your players, the only ones who really can do this. And when you see it play out, we step back watching TV like, damn. But we don't even understand. Like it's a deeper methodology to it. Let me put it that way.
Bro,
But I don't
Kyrie
want to
gonna
go too far, man.
Kyrie gonna come back like you came back early. He's gonna be like, I found the light. I'm back. How did you find the light? It came out of nowhere.
Kyrie, man. That man, Kyrie, man. He's evil, man.
Kyrie.
He's evil, bro.
Hey, that boy Shannon Sharp said Kanye Irving.
that dude is evil, man. Like, really evil, bro.
Hey, that boy gonna come back with a friar tuck, a haircut with the hole on top, with the hair on the side.
Bro, I got a nickname
That boy
for Kyrie.
gonna come back enlightened.
Brother, I got a nickname for Kyrie, Lyrie Irving. Cause he all over the place. I don't know what's true or not from Kyrie.
Hey, but what make it so slick, DJ, like hoop jargon is saying, if you really look at every move he's made, he's not crazy. Like everything is calculated, and it really is offsetting everything that LeBron does with the Lakers. The difference between Kyrie and LeBron, the biggest difference is Kyrie got more Kobe in his DNA. LeBron to me wants to be a PR guy. He wants to be liked and respected.
Yes.
Kyrie does not care about being the villain. You know what I'm saying? Like, every day is like Kyrie wakes up and says, how can I control their lower frequencies today? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's on that type time. You know what I mean? And this move with Brooklyn, I gotta say, and I'm a Lakers guy, man. Lakers. But I must say, what they're putting together in Brooklyn as far as player empowerment is very impressive. These brothers have chosen violence on the league. Whenever you can convince someone to completely tank and risk their legacy and show up to training camp looking like they just got a plate of Roscoe's fried chicken and said the hell with the off season, bruh, that is some next level. You know what I'm saying? Like this is next level. And then
That's
the
next
same
level.
week he gets traded, Kyrie just says to the team, he doesn't even speak to the front office. He just disappears. Like it's amazing to watch these pieces fall into place. The thing I'm looking for are the domino effects that happen from this Brooklyn thing. Because really, LeBron James really was the one that started this in the NBA. This Maverick, fuck a legacy. I'm sorry for cursing, but screw a legacy. We're going to do it our way. Kevin Durant, he answered with the Golden State move. And then Kawhi with San Antonio, he chose violence too. You know what I'm saying? Went to Toronto, bet on himself, and won a title, and basically went out in free agency and asked to own teams. You know what I mean? So each year we're seeing these players up the ante and up the ante. Now, what I want to see this season is what team is going to be the next team to get a superstar in this arms race. Because I told y'all a week ago, I said, y'all don't believe in this myth that the big three era is over and teams don't want big three players anymore. I said the first team that does that is going to be the team that finds success. So now you're probably going to see the Clippers or the Lakers or another contending team going out there trying to get a third superstar.
Yep.
And shout out to Maurice for the $2.99 super chat, man. He says, who THT and Kuzma gonna get traded for? Well, hopefully for Levine or
I'm praying for you.
I would get THT moved this year, man. You got to get him out of here because he's gonna get paid after this off season. You got to get some value out of him.
Get that boy Levine, man.
So let me ask you, brothers. For especially my Lakers guys, THT, Kyle Kuzma. Who else are you willing to move off the Lakers in order to get Zach LaVine?
Whew.
If everybody not named LeBron and AD?
Facts.
Yeah,
agreed.
I don't know if I want Trez to go.
I agree.
I don't know if I want Trez to go. I need some dog.
Hey, y'all can go.
Damn.
Y'all can go.
I don't want Shooter to be gone either, though. I don't want Shooter out of there, though.
Shooter.
Them boys ain't been long enough for me to care.
Yeah, Shooter can slide.
Hey, I like Shooter too, man. But I mean, these guys only been here like not even a year, over a year.
That's true.
I have no loyalty to these dudes, man.
Shanker, you tripping, bro. THT, it's time for him to get paid next year. He's out of here, bro.
He got to go, man. Like, because the Lakers can't pay him. He got to go.
It's no way they paying Schroeder and THT
Yep.
money they can pay for a superstar. Bro, Schroeder can go, but Chicago's not gonna want Schroeder because they got White. But THT can go, Kuz can go. Shit.
Caruso.
I mean, I think you can get Schroeder if you get Zach LaVine because I think Kobe White's natural position is shooting guard. He's just playing point guard. I think his natural position is a 2 though.
True.
Yeah.
Man, we can get doggone. What's that dude, man? We had. Man, we can go get Jeremy Lin play point guard. I don't care who the hell.
That's facts.
You good?
Facts. Just sit in the corner. And
Got the way, man.
No, you just let LeBron play point guard. Just let LeBron play point guard like they did last year.
Bring LiAngelo in. There we go. LiAngelo run point.
Yo, Shanker, are you promoting keeping THT versus getting Zach Levine? Is that what you're saying in the chat section? Let us know, brother.
THT can go, man.
Goddamn, Matthew's 35 years old, man. Nobody trading for that.
That boy can go.
Hey, man,
Where are you projecting Brooklyn to fall in the East, DJ? Are they gonna get past 76ers?
I think so, but the Celtics could win it. I mean, not win it all. Let me slow myself down. The Celtics could win the East.
I don't. Woof. Getting past Brooklyn.
But man, who's gonna stop Kevin Durant?
That's what I'm saying.
All right,
And
the
they got
Nets are
bodies
coming
they
off
can
the.
throw at them though.
I mean,
Yeah, they got.
I think Philly's gonna be a tough matchup though. Philly's gonna be a really tough matchup. I think they're gonna get them problems. It's just because they don't really got any interior D.
Well,
It's
who's
gonna be
stopping
tough.
Kevin Durant?
I mean nobody, but I mean I'd rather have. I think nobody's gonna stop Kevin Durant. It doesn't matter who you put on Kevin Durant. Nobody's stopping that man. Don't matter. So I mean, Kevin Durant is Kevin
Philly
Durant.
2 and out, bro. Philly 2 and out, man. It's just not the firepower, man. Just not. They ain't
So, CA3, you think Ben Simmons going to slow down Kevin Durant?
No, I said nobody slowed down Kevin Durant. That's all I
You know
was
why
saying.
he's not
Nobody
going to stop Kevin Durant?
No,
Because
nobody is.
he's a scrub.
No, nobody. It doesn't matter who you put on Kevin Durant. Nobody's stopping that man. He's the best. He's the
Hey,
best scorer in
man.
NBA history.
Oh,
You
great.
can't stop him, bro.
Leave that man alone.
Yeah,
dog.
I keep hearing this. I keep hearing this Bradley Beal thing for LA, bro. But look, for what you're gonna have to give up for Bradley Beal, I would rather have 6'6" Zach Levine, athletic, a shooter. He could be the third scorer. I just rather Zach Levine. Like to me, it's not even close. Bradley Beal kind of undersized. I never really seen him on a winning team. I haven't seen it with Levine either. But maybe AD and LeBron can teach him how to win.
I'm about
And
to
he already said this summer that he wanted to be a Laker. So with that being said, go get the man, bro.
I mean, I think Bradley Beal's a little better, but I just don't. I rather get. I think Zach Levine will probably be a little cheaper. So
Yeah, he definitely cheap.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
yeah,
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, they're only an inch apart. I mean, Zach LaVine's a long 6'6". Bradley Beal is more of a compact 6'5". But I think it's too much money.
he's
tied
actually
into,
6'3",
I think, of
actually.
the extra
Yeah.
support.
Bradley Beal 6'3".
Yeah, he's only 6'3".
Is he?
Yep,
Oh,
only
shit,
6'3",
okay.
man.
Tell me something.
Yep.
Never mind.
Bruh,
I think he's
Shanko,
fine. All right.
like
Cool.
do you really want THT over Zach Levine?
Bro,
Like,
you man,
you really
gotta
campaigning
take
for
that.
this?
You gotta put that THT stuff to bed, man. Y'all Lakers fans gotta put that THT nostalgia to bed, bro. Like he's gonna be out here at this season, man. He's gonna be
THT
out
is
here.
cold. I rock with THT,
THT is good,
but nah,
sometimes you gotta do
man.
what you gotta do. If I gotta get rid of him for Zach Levine, I'll do it, man. I don't care.
Like
Zach
who John
Levine,
just
bro.
said, anybody who ain't named LeBron or AD can go, bruh.
That's
Hey,
fine.
send Antetokounmpo's
No.
brother, man. Send everybody, man. The whole team can go.
Everybody go.
Shout out to Maurice again. Maurice keeps supporting this channel. That's why you always welcome. $2.99 super chat. He says, Kawhi, Giannis got to make a move, right? Well, they better make a move. I'm ticking because the time is ticking.
What move can Giannis make? He chose the bag. Ain't nobody coming to Milwaukee, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody coming to Milwaukee. They have made their decision to play with what they got, which is Giannis, my guy from the Pelicans, Holiday,
And Middleton.
and
Middleton.
Middleton. That's what they going with. And you're right, Mr. Jones. I hate to say it, but right now I am smoking on that THC pack. That loud pack. He can go, bro. He can go, bro. Like
yeah, y'all gotta put. I mean, I know THT played well in the preseason, but man, it's Zach Levine, bro. Come on, bro. He just dropped 38 on the Lakers with ease, bro.
he just
give me
dropped
Zach
40
Levine.
on the Clippers. And
He dropped
Kawhi
40 on
was
the
guarding.
Clippers too. Yeah, come on, man. Had 10 threes on
I
the
don't
board.
care. I don't care what he did. That boy go.
Man, look.
Go. I pack it back for him. I'm out here in LA.
Look,
I pack it back for him.
Look, bro. To the brother that said the Bucks are good, they just need a bench. Man, the Bucks are not winning anything in the East, bro. Giannis chose the bag. They're not beating Brooklyn. Y'all really sleeping on Philadelphia this year. Philadelphia is deep.
Philadelphia and Brooklyn are easily the best teams in the East.
They are deep. They got a lot of length. They're going to give a lot of people problems. Toronto
Yeah.
is not the same team that they were. They're not beating nobody with those too many me guards. And yes, I do respect them, but it's just too much length in the East right now. The teams to me that are the real threats are the Brooklyn Nets and the 76ers. Boston is missing something. I can't figure out what they're really missing, but they're missing something. I don't see them beating either the 76ers
I mean,
the
I
Nets.
expect it to be good though, man. If Jaylen Brown can keep playing like this and get Kimba back somewhat healthy, I think they're gonna be good.
I know what they're missing. They're missing the Celtics are missing the legitimate five,
Facts.
and they're missing a distributing point guard because
Yeah.
they got too many combo guards, and
I
they got to
think
get.
Tristan Thompson's gonna be better though at the 5 for sure, but he's gonna be upgraded, but still not enough.
Say that name again, brother.
I said Tristan Thompson. He's gonna be solid. He's gonna be an upgrade this year, but he's not
But
gonna be
he's
enough.
not.
Man,
Like,
that man a Kardashian too late, man.
Hey man, you.
I'm
Hey.
hoping he don't fall into Odomsville, man.
Hey, I ain't too fond of his off the court stuff, but I can't take away from his skills as a basketball player. So
Yo, I want to answer Shanker's question real quick, DJ, if you would allow me to. He was asking where are we getting the Zach LaVine information. Well, this summer, Zach LaVine came out and basically said, hey, I want to play with LeBron. I want to play with the Lakers. And before the season started, Rob Pelinka said his number one job this year is to get a third superstar to make an easy transition for LeBron when he's leaving the league. Chicago media is reporting that LaVine wants to trade and he wants out of Chicago. And if he already said he wants to go to the Lakers this summer, hey, man, let's not keep the man waiting. Send their ass. Like, send them now. You know what I'm saying? Like my brother Hoop Jargon said, we'll pack the bags for him. Send them now.
I mean, you can tell when you watch Bulls game that LaVine doesn't want to be out there. He just playing for the bag, man. He don't look happy. You can tell he wants to go. So, but you better get a package for him, man.
man, Blue Bolt says, hold up, y'all really think the Bucks don't got a shot against the Nets? Giannis is going to eat the Nets D. Well, shoot, all the Nets got to do is score 130 on them.
Man, y'all be killing me with this D shit, man.
Giannis is gonna do his thing, but still, it's not enough.
Man, just put a wall up at the basket. We see that works. I mean,
Ben Simmons with
can't
Bron, though. Ben Simmons with Bron, though, Shanker. That doesn't make sense. It's almost like the Spider-Man meme.
It's too much the same thing.
Yeah, the Spider-Man pointing at each other.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense with LaVine. You get a legitimate space creator and a floor spacer because he's going to be able to shoot threes. He's going to be able to spot up and knock down threes. He's athletic enough to run the court. You open up to backdoor lobs. With Ben Simmons, you're just going to have this big body making the paint more clogged for Bron and AD.
You already have a better version of Ben Simmons already. Why would you trade for Ben Simmons? Why?
No.
Makes no sense.
Man, I hear the argument about chemistry every year too, about all these top teams. Oh, if the chemistry is going to be okay. And a lot of times, more so than not, they're superstars. A lot of these guys been playing with each other since the AAU circuit. They play with each other in the summertime all the time. And when it comes to the situation with Kevin Durant and James Harden, yes, this is a different James Harden, but they've already played together before. You know what I'm saying? And to me, anybody who is willing to do all the things that they were willing to do in order to make this situation come true, I think these guys are dedicated to winning. I think what's driving them is LeBron not getting any more rings. Like, I feel like they look at it like, yo, it's our turn. It's our turn to get our rings. And the only way we can really beat this guy is to unite. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like they're dedicated. I don't think they're going to have the chemistry issues that everyone talks about. I think they've just been doing that in order to make this situation come about.
Well, I think it's a little deeper than that, too, even if we're going to go surface level. You know, because I think a lot of cats are a little upset at how Plus Sports goes about business. You know, with that AD thing, man, you know, they're looking like, damn. You know, you basically made the Pelicans give him to where he wanted to go. So it's like, all right, we got to pull our own thing, too. So,
Fact.
You know, that's just how I go, man. Exactly. Just like you say, LeBron teach people the blueprint, and they work with it, man. And so it's a lot going that's, you know, above our pay grades to understand. But, you know, it's definitely reactionary, but it's a little deeper than, I guess, with surface level, most people say how it's reactionary. Let me say that.
I can't argue with that statement that's on the screen. Zach LaVine and Anthony Davis to carry the Lakers' future. Yeah, that's scary. That's scary. They complement each other well. My brother Shanker said, "What about Victor Oladipo to the Lakers. I think
Nah,
the Rockets like Victor Oladipo. I feel like they like that combination
he
of
trying to leave
John.
though.
What do you say? He trying to get out of it?
Yeah, he trying to go to Miami, from what I understand.
Damn, I was trying to get something for Coach Silas, bro. Thank you for shooting me down.
What y'all think about Karis LeVert going to the Pacers?
I'm
Though?
sorry, man.
Yeah, Karis LeVert at
Uh,
the Pacers. I like that move.
but
What you brothers think?
I like it. I like it for the Pacers. I
I
think
mean, it's the Pacers, bro.
he's younger. He's younger, and he's it was a good move to get value out of Victor Oladipo because it was clear that he probably wasn't going to stay. So I think it was a good move.
Yawn. First round exit. Whatever. He can
I
put
mean,
buckets.
I don't know. I wouldn't say
Same.
they're guaranteed first round exits. I wouldn't. It depends on who they play.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of them. If they got a matchup advantage, perhaps, but I mean, they're not gonna make no moves. I mean, it's nothing that jumps off that team, off the paper rather, for that team. I mean, whatever. I guess. I mean, I want to see him have a starting role and gotta have his own team to see if he still can keep that going, which I'm sure he will. But I mean, it's not really gonna shake anything in the East.
Yeah, and Maurice Hamrick, he said, "Hey, when I super chat, does YouTube get a cut?" Yep.
They get a
You
huge
know that's
cut.
YouTube game. What's mine is yours.
They get a huge cut. I heard.
Oh yeah, that's the game, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Toro Allen. He said DJ got the most underrated channel on YouTube. I love the energy. Thank you, my brother, man. Thank you for subscribing to the channel.
There you go. Y'all supposed to be at work, man. I had to step out to the parking lot and partake, man. It's always a good thing when I got the time.
Hey, boy.
Don't tell the people I work for. I'm out here in the parking lot like a mug, sitting in my car like I'm 16 years old on lunch break. I get posted up.
Man, whoever made the statement that that the Nets winning got James Harden for LaMelo, man, come on, man.
LaMelo.
Y'all be doing too much. Y'all be doing too much out here on this. Yo, the chat need to be suspended for 30 seconds.
Hey, man.
But where y'all think? Where do y'all think Drummond gonna go, man? It's clear he's on the move with that Jared Allen move. It's clear he's gonna be gone soon.
That's a great question. Contender, I would assume. Where's he fit? Who has the money to take him in?
We don't know, man.
I think I'm stomped on that one, man.
I mean,
what was the question?
I said, where do you think Drummond's gonna go? Because it's clear he's on the move with the Jared Allen trade.
I am hoping to God that he goes to the Charlotte Hornets. They're the only team. They're the only team in the East with a glaring need for a big man. But since everybody has this faith in Mitch Kupchak, let's see if he's able to bring him home. Yeah, Drummond to the Clippers is nice too. Can't front.
That wouldn't be bad at all. Yeah, no, that's dope too. I mean, what can you offer them though? I don't think the Clippers. I mean, the Cavs want anything the Clippers have.
Right, they don't have any. They don't have any more picks. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the Hornets. Yeah. The Hornets. To me, the Hornets is the obvious location. You can move Devontae Graham. You can move Malik Monk, and you might move a pick because it's it's an extension coming up for Drummond. So yeah, I would definitely take a look at that. But in order to do that, they would have to go ahead to commit to LaMelo now, and I just don't see anything that says they're ready to do that. I don't think he's going to end up with the Hornets, but I think it's the obvious choice.
Yep,
I agree.
Somebody said Bradley Beal to Miami.
Yeah.
What y'all think about that?
What happened?
Bradley Beal to Miami.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it, but they got to get rid of one of those shooters though. I don't know if they're willing to give up one of them. Well, one of them got to go. Either Duncan or Hero got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think they're ready to do that yet. I think
No,
that
they're
I
not doing
think
that.
their
They're
chemistry too
not
high.
letting neither one of them go.
Mm-mm.
Chemistry too high. You don't break that up.
Shanker, what big do you want the Lakers to go get? And do y'all feel like the Lakers? I guess in theory they need a big in theory, but I don't think I would use any of my trade capital for a guy like Levine or Bill for a big.
Hey, Blue
I mean,
Bolt
who's
says,
available?
I mean, I really don't think you need a big that badly, man, because I think
Yeah.
you're gonna see. I mean, like with the Lakers personnel, you're gonna see a lot more AD at the 5 in the playoffs, and you got dudes like Marquise Morris that can slide to the 4 and stuff. So I really don't think, and you already got Montrezl off the bench, so I really don't think they don't really have to get it big. I mean, it'll be cool if they can get another piece, but I really don't think it's essential.
Here's what I can see happening. The Nets the Kings buy out Hassan Whiteside and we scoop them. That's the only thing that kind of can make sense to me.
Yeah. Or maybe you might see JaVale McGee buyout, and he may go back to the Lakers, maybe possibly.
Yeah, Rob Parker is a sucker.
What team is he on now?
Rob
He's on
Parker is a sucker.
the Cavs.
Okay. I like
Yeah,
Rob Parker, man. He's a clown, but I like him.
Hell no, Hoop Junkie.
"No,
Come
I don't
on,
like
man.
Rob Parker."
Come on,
Nah,
man.
he a clown, man.
I like Rob
Yeah.
Parker.
That man be soft toe tap
Yeah,
dancing.
he a clown.
You
Yeah,
like
I like
Rob
clown.
Parker. You like Rob Parker because you
He a
don't like
clown.
LeBron, bro. Just go ahead and admit
I
it.
like
That's what
Rob
it
Parker.
is.
He a clown, bro.
Well, I don't like LeBron, but it's not
So,
because of that.
so Blue Bolt,
Doug Gottlieb hates on LeBron. I don't like him.
Fair.
The Gottlieb hits on any black man. Let's be real.
Yeah, because he's mad his bum ass ain't making it to the league.
I think Rob Parker's funny. Like, he's there to be the gesture. Like, he's a court gesture. So I just think it's funny. I don't think he's. I mean, he hates on the Ball family. So I don't like his takes per se. He's funny to me. Like,
I don't think he a gesture. I think he rhymes with the word moon. You just use the C word. That's what I think he is.
see,
That's what he is. Straight up and down. That's what he is. That's
Nah,
what he is. That's
You know
what he
that.
is.
Rob
see,
Parker
I
be
can
tap
go
dancing.
in on that.
When I saw that man on goddamn First Take back in the day, and he was up there begging to take Skip to a steak dinner, I was like, yo, you a whole clown out here in these streets. Skip, let me take you out to a steak dinner. I'm like, what's like what's up with this guy, bro?
I wouldn't say that's mooning. I wouldn't say that's mooning. I think mooning gets overused term in my opinion.
No, I'm not
people
saying
call,
I'm not saying he was
Rob
mooning
and
because of
Whitlock
that.
the moon.
No,
Okay,
I wasn't
he's a
saying
clown.
he was mooning. He moons because how he speaks about off the court things that brothers like LeVar Ball do and LeBron James does. Like that's straight up. That's agenda. He regurgitates too many talking points that sound like the talking points of white supremacy. So that makes him a moon. It doesn't matter if he's doing it to be a gesture. It doesn't matter if he doesn't really believe in it. If you act like a duck, you walk like a duck, you talk like a duck, you're a duck. So to me, that guy, like it's hard to even listen to that guy, man.
I like viewed a little differently because I'm very pro-black in a lot of facets. I don't always go with the protest angle because his thing. So we'll call him a moon, but not call like Russell Westbrook for dedicating that 2020 to gang culture, for Nipsey or whatever like that. So to me, I call that mooning. To me,
I mean, I understand that.
gang culture.
I understand that perspective. I understand that perspective, and I gotta respect that perspective. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's clout chasing and you're not doing it in the original reason why the gangs were created and
You're not
knowing
helping
everything.
brothers out. You're not helping
Right. I understand that. And I'm not disparaging that at all. But one doesn't offset the other. That's all I'm saying. Just because Russell Westbrook might be doing it his way,
right.
you know what I'm saying? I just struggle to understand where the hell Rob Parker be coming from when he does what he does, or Jason Whitlock, or any of those guys, other than they're getting paid to do it.
Yeah.
Well, Jason Whitlock ain't getting paid too much. That boy got a new contract up every 3 years. He be all over. Nobody retain him.
Ain't nobody like his ass.
Just saying. Yeah, nah, I'm pretty sure he's an unlikable guy. Sometimes he be on point, but a lot of times he like, all right, bro, what you talking about? All right, man. So I mean, it is what it is.
Hoop Jargon, DJ, they were asking us, what do we think about LaMelo's game today? How do we think he's going to perform against the Raptors? This is Maurice Hamrick. He's saying LaMelo's supposed to have a good game today. LaMelo versus the Raptors, what you got? I'll go real quick. I think the struggle bus is going to continue. I feel as though he's going through his rookie learning period, and they're not doing a good job of helping him develop or helping him through this process. So I think he's going to struggle again. Toronto has a lot of length at a lot of positions. They don't have a guy that shot blocks like the last two teams. But, yeah, I think the struggle is going to continue. And I think you're going to see a very hungry Toronto team that's trying to get out of the basement. And if you don't see that from Toronto, Kyle Lowry's probably going to be traded pretty soon.
Yeah, I agree. Until something happens, until the coach can get LaMelo involved in pick and roll, until LaMelo's the starter in the face, or somewhat the face, because I know they gave $120 million to Gordon Hayward. I think it's going to be one of those rookie struggles, but if he proves me wrong, I'll be happy. Trust me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think, I don't know, man. It's tough. I mean, I just think, I mean, yeah, if he probably, he might struggle though, man, because I know the Raptors. I know the Raptors are ticked off right now, man. They've had a very disappointing start to the season, so I know they wouldn't want to lose to the Hornets, and you know, especially after losing some tough games to the Blazers and the Warriors. So I think they're gonna be coming out for blood. And I think, you know, and rookies always go through, especially rookies, man. They go through slumps early on, and I mean, it might continue for LaMelo today, unfortunately.
Hey, y'all ready to go for me to go into the booth like Clark Kent and come out
Go
and warm
do that
take
thing,
Walter?
brother.
Y'all ready?
Go ahead, brother.
You ready for warm take Walter? I just don't give a shit. I mean, dog, 10-game intervals, dog. 10-game intervals. He's a rookie. You're not going to know nothing until about game 30 of what he truly is. Because think about people who gave up on him at the game, too. It's like, dog, you got to let the rookies play, get them legs on them. So, I mean, I'm not, of course, I'm going to watch a little bit. I mean, I'm not going to make no prognostications in 30 games. Like a real hard line stance to care. No way or the other until about 30 games. That's just where I'm at. Ain't going to change.
That's a fair ass point. I can't even trip off that. But I'm not watching his ass. I'm watching James Borrego because he's been in the league a long ass time. So I just really want to figure out what the hell he's about. I'm trying to gauge him as a coach. So when I talk about this, I do agree with you, brother. Warm Take Walter has a converter to his company, his motivational speaking, and that's me. So I agree with you. I understand what you're saying. But when it comes to the way James Borrego does his rotations and the way he coaches, to me, he's just a shitty ass coach, man. Like I was watching the Tony Parker documentary on Netflix, and they were talking about his 1 year in Charlotte, and I saw James Borrego, and it seems like he has a thing for small guard lineups, and that just shows me a coach that hasn't evolved with the new NBA. So I'm curious to see. Like I always say, I judge a coach based off of their pre-game planning and the game plan they come out with. And to me, he never really has a good game plan. He can sometimes make adjustments during the game, especially on inbound plays, but it's like he constantly gets out coached. Tom Thibodeau out coached him the night before last, and last night Rick Carlisle out coached him. So I'm really just looking at him and to see what he's doing for LaMelo's development. What'd you say, brother?
That's a hell of a two coaches to get out coached by, bro.
Yeah, it is. It is. Ain't no doubt about it.
Man.
Ain't no doubt about that. Came front.
Shit.
Those some good coaches, man. Yeah, that's true.
Like top 10 coaches. I mean, you know. But
I agree.
Talk. Yeah.
Yeah, I said Melo needs a coach like Rick Carlisle. Yeah, it would make a lot of difference. But I'm gonna stay on topic since we are talking about the Nets and Lakers. Uh, this will be an interesting finish of the year. Um, whoever hustles the most will win this championship. It takes more than just offense. You got to be a dog. You got to want to win. You got to have hunger to be a champion. It's not going to be laid out to you. We know that the big three and the Nets are talented. But how is that going to work?
Yep.
Is it going to be too much damn iso ball, or are they going to play as a team? We'll see about that. You know how James Harden gets, man. He be on skates. He be feeling this stuff. He be over dribbling. Is that going to work with the Nets? These are the questions you got to ask yourself. As of now, the Lakers are the favorites until proven otherwise.
Oh, you're right. It's damn sure gonna be a
Well,
lot of ISO ball. I'm telling you that.
I
I
mean,
think that they had this planned out, and I would think that those are three pretty good brothers, and I'm sure that they know, and watching the blue plate in Miami, that ain't how it's gonna work. That they're gonna have to work as a cohesive collective. So I would hope they would have enough sense for them not to do it like that. Because KD don't like ISO ball like that. Kyrie will, Harden will, but I'm sure that they've discussed this already before they had this little coup going to make that contract. I'm sorry, that team shake out the way it's gonna shake. So we'll see. I mean, I will. Let me note this. You know me. I do not like James Harden. I did see him play without the ball, man, earlier this year for the Rockets. So it can be done. He can revert back. So maybe with guys he trusts, he'll do it more willingly. So that's gonna be an interesting thing to see develop between those three.
That boy Kyrie gonna be in the locker room with Sage talking to James. James, just imagine that you have the ball. Think
I mean, I just really don't. Somebody's just got to take a sacrifice, man. I mean, of course, every championship team would start to have the sacrifice. But what I'm saying is, it's just with three guys like that, it's gonna be tough for somebody just that one guy that's willing to to be the facilitator, and not really score all those points that they're used to scoring, usually. So somebody's got to take that sacrifice. It's gonna be tough because those are some three big egos right there. So.
Yep, that's facts.
Now, I'll put this out there. If the Nets do not go to the finals, this is a failure.
Very big failure.
And we're being easy. We're just saying, just go to the finals.
But
Yep.
like really though, with KD turning up right now, teams in the East are struggling to beat them now, and it's just KD. Who's beating them in the 7-game series in the East, y'all?
I can't see it.
NBA is about superstars. Forget all this other stuff. Who is beating that team in the East?
Can't see it.
I mean, I think I don't know. I mean, I think they get out of there, but I think Philly has a slight chance, but I think they get out of there in like 6 games.
Yeah, I like Philly too. Philly.
I think they have a slight. They're the only team in the East that I think that has a slight chance, but I think that still gets to the finals.
Philly definitely creates some matchup issues for the Nets.
Yeah.
Because Embiid is going to be working the hell out of DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah.
I don't. If Ben Simmons is aggressive, yeah, that's going to be an interesting matchup. I have that for the Eastern Conference Finals. The more I think about it, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what if they mess around and I'm sure that Hassan Whiteside gonna get released before it's all said and done. What if the Nets pick up another interior defender like that?
Lord have mercy. That's scary, bro. And
That's
somebody was making a statement, DJ. They said they feel like the Heat can possibly beat the Nets. Where?
Nah, they're
Where
not.
y'all
They're
see
not.
that at?
Nah, man. Nah.
in the bubble.
In the
Last year?
boat, maybe. Yeah. Nah. Nope.
Hey, my guy
Yeah,
said the
It's
Magic.
too small.
No.
Magic what? Johnson? Boy, these are tripping on Magic got something to say. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was a random one right there. The Magic.
Hey, hey man,
I
Big
can
Homie,
see
that locker room,
Magic.
dog. Shaq ain't come out that locker room, dog.
Oh man.
Gang that one up.
Nah, man. Yeah, the Pacers is gonna be interesting, but the Pacers they're a couple pieces away. But I think the Pacers got better with LeVert. Only thing are the Celtics gonna make a move, yo, to try to offset what's going on in
They
Brooklyn.
better.
I mean, they got a trade exception, so they better do something, man.
But for who would y'all want to go see them get?
Whew.
And he's a big.
Ah.
Like I say, man, I keep saying the same name, Hassan Whiteside. Like, he gonna get cut, and it's gonna be on his price for his services. And I just wonder where he gonna land. He gonna help some team out big time who got winning aspirations. I mean,
Oh man, I really don't
as
know.
far as yeah. They're not gonna trade none of their key pieces, so that's out the question. So we can just go see when veterans get bought out and see who's gonna add on. You know what I'm saying?
I really don't know who they're gonna be able to trade though. You know, besides like maybe Marcus Smart or something. Who they're gonna be able to put on there, man? Like they don't really got any really pieces if they don't want to get rid of Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Yeah.
That's
They
the
not
only
doing
thing.
that.
They ain't doing that.
Man, the Hawks went out there and spent all that money, man, and they're in the cellar right now, man. The East, man, the East is when you really look at it, as far as realistic contenders, 3D.
Yeah. I mean, I've been
What's
saying this
Atlanta
earlier. No, I think the East is tougher than the West this year. In my opinion.
No,
Ooh.
hell
I think
no.
it is.
I don't know. That's rough.
You got
That's
the
rough right there.
Jazz. Yeah, you got the Jazz, and they legit as hell. You got
Yeah.
the Nuggets. They legit every year. You got. I don't like bringing up this team, man, because I know Hoop Jargon about to roast me, man. But on paper, you have the Trailblazers. On paper,
They're not built to make a playoff run, man. That team is not real.
no, I mean
I mean,
they're
somebody
better than
gotta
the
be
teams.
succeed,
They're
bro.
better than
You
a
know?
lot of teams in the East. Come on now.
Somebody got to be the
I mean, I just think the East has more realistic contenders, honestly. Easily.
You may be able to say that, but you can't say it's a strong league now. Come on now.
Right.
West like 10 deep. They 10, 11 deep.
Man, the Hornets are in the 6th seed. Come on, bro. That tell you everything you need to know about the East.
I mean, it's not gonna be like that at the end of the year, though.
I mean, right now
Yeah,
in the West, the Hornets was in the West. What would they be, like a 12 seed, 11 seed?
Yeah.
No. Right now, if the Hornets were in the East, they'd be like the 9th seed right now. Looking at the standings.
Okay.
I mean, there's really a lot of disappointing teams. I mean, the Denver has been a little disappointed this year. I mean, they lost a lot of key pieces, man. They're not gonna be the same. But I would say, you know, I would say the West that they really have a strong 7. I'll give them that. They got a strong top 8, top 7.
Ooh.
The West.
Yeah, you got the Lakers.
Top 8,
You got,
that's tough.
yeah, you got the Lakers.
You
You got the Dippers, and shout out to True the King. I saw you, brother. What's cracking? Lakers, Dippers, Nuggets.
He said the Dippers.
Jazz, Portland. Damn. Okay, you said 7 deep. The Suns.
Yeah.
Was you including Sacramento this year?
No. I wouldn't call them
and
legit.
the Rockets just fell out of contention, so they're not
Right.
a mainstay team. So that's 6.
I think the Eastern Conference has improved, and shout out to True the King, by the way.
They have improved a lot.
And they've improved a lot. That's not a pushover conference. The difference is the Western Conference have more teams that would have been in the playoffs if they were in the Eastern Conference. If you look at the bottom teams in the West, they're not that bad. Record may not be all that, but they have talent. That's pretty much the difference. But from
you can say the same thing about the East, man. They're pretty evenly matched this year, honestly.
yeah, they're one
Not,
through
who
7.
equally matched?
I'm saying like if you look at both conferences, they're pretty even.
You
Like
tripping, bro?
it ain't really.
Nah, you tripping on this one, bro. Nah, because
Nah, man.
the bottom half of the East is so putrid, bro. Like
It's not as bad as it
the
used to be.
Cavs are not matching up with the Jazz, bro.
I mean, the Jazz. I wouldn't call the Jazz as about half of the West. I mean, they're gonna be up there once the season's over.
I mean, but they 6 or 7 seed. I don't see them being better than the Lakers. Of course, they're not better than the Dippers. They're not better than the Nuggets. They're not better than the Suns. So I mean, maybe the 5th seed, but the 5th seed in the West is much more valuable than the 5th seed in the East. You might have a sleeper team slide into the 5th seed in the East this year.
I'll give it to you.
Because my problem is Miami didn't make any serious upgrades.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
You know what I'm
Miami.
saying?
I thought Miami was gonna be a fifth or sixth. I mean, I really didn't see them really upgrade as much as people thought they were. I mean, if you look at their roster, it's not better than a 5th seed. If you look at their roster, so you know, they're really more of a playoff team to me, not really a regular season team to me at all.
Yeah, they more of a team cohesion situation. That's kind of Pat Riley's mentality anyway. He don't feel like he got to load up like that. He just need guys to buy in. And so that's kind of the way that they ride. And so it ain't going to never look so sexy on paper, but we'll see how they start to gel, once
This man said coupon TV.
Hey, let's put some perspective.
Man, why y'all doing that, man?
The Eastern Conference has improved, but they're not the West. But
No.
they improved greatly. I give them kudos. But I just can't overtake them over the West now. I'm not going to go that far. But I will give them credit. That side of the division has drastically improved. They've become respectable now. And that's kudos to them.
That's cool. I feel like people, we said every year he's getting better. You know what I mean? Kind of the calling card for the East. Like we give them 3rd place trophies. But I mean, it is what it is.
They give participation trophies.
Yeah, man. He's just like, think about it, man. The dudes who like in the 8th seed and what have you, man, they damn they got negative records consistently.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You know,
That's my problem with the East.
Yeah.
Like as we have this conversation, my problem with the East, I'm going down the list and I'm saying like, who is serious other than I don't even consider Boston serious, honestly, now that this acquisition has happened. But let's just say they are. Okay, let's say Brooklyn, the Sixers, Boston. Who you taking serious after that? In the East. Miami? Maybe,
but I mean, I really don't think.
I guess they earn the respect.
I really don't think they. I don't know, man.
Yeah, Miami's a maybe, but they earned the respect going to the finals last year to at least have some type of consideration. But yeah, after that, the conversation over.
I mean, if the Bucks would have changed their style of play, I would have taken them seriously. But they're still the same team, so I can't take them seriously. I just
can't beat the
can't.
West with that, man. They can't beat the West with that.
I can't take them seriously, man. They only got one style of play. Giannis. But Giannis is good. It's good in the first 3 quarters and middle of the 4th quarter. But when the last 2 minutes hit, man, Giannis is not a good decision maker in the last 2 minutes, man. He just don't cut it, man.
Well, I mean, Chris Middleton is a solid player too. It's just like you just can't rely on him to carry you. You know what I mean?
True the King, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't pull up and do that. Why are you gonna pull up and do that? Boston can beat Brooklyn low key. Where? I saw the matchup on Christmas Day. Kevin Durant ups his intensity so much on defense now when he plays superstars or edge superstars. He's going to be matched up with Jason Tatum. He was shutting Jason Tatum down for the majority of that game while lighting his ass up. So now that you throw in James Harden and Zen Master Kyrie, I don't think Boston has enough firepower as currently constituted to get past 5 games.
They're not deep enough, man.
Yeah, it's not enough firepower.
Bruh, True the King funny. He said Boston not losing to Mark Henry and the dude that don't show up for work. Damn.
Man, you better listen to Hoop Jargon's a segment on Machiavellian tendencies, player.
Yeah, that boy got you fooled real good.
Yeah, for real, man. My guy said Mark Henry though. You legendary just for that.
That is funny.
Yeah, shout out to True the King, man. He be having the chat rolling, man. Even if we disagree,
hilarious, man.
Yeah, he's hilarious. Shout out to him. Subscribe to his channel. Also, for those who subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Hoop Jargon. We're trying to get this brother monetized to expand the gang of new media. So if you support my channel, you definitely should support Hoop Jargon.
They just brought up an excellent question. Hoop Jargon, I'll throw it to you, brother. Are you worried about the Nets bench? Because the more that I look at the Nets bench, it definitely is a problem. Are you worried about their bench?
I'm worried about their bench as much as I was worried about Golden State's bench back in the gap, man. You find your solid 8, and you be straight. There you go. Put that on the shirt. Find your solid 8, you be straight.
I mean, I'm worried about it to a certain degree. I mean, I'm just talking about just big bodies. Like they don't really got any big bodies for real. It's just that's my only issue. I think. I mean, but having the luxury to have one of those 3 guys on the floor at one time, that's gonna make up for a lot of those bench issues.
That's true. That's scary. That's true.
Bro, here's something that no one even talked about. When the vet minimum is available, like the veteran players that you can get for cheap, when that's available, that's going to help the Nets, I believe, fill up their depth. All they need,
it will. I mean, I think the buyout market really will.
Yeah, the buyout market. All they need is a veteran that wants to win a chip, and KD is likable by the players, even if you like him or not. So I could see them getting some players that way. They're gonna, like Hoop Jargon said, all you need is 8.
That's it. I seen the Warriors win with Kevon Looney. Doggone win. And the paper waste basket come off the bench. So I mean, you really can't. You got that much talent on the front end, and your unit's cohesive. You don't really need too much firepower coming off the bench like that. You don't need 10 deep if you got a lot of front loaded talent. Let me say it that way.
I remember JaVale McGee in that one finals, man. That dude went crazy.
I remember a series in that finals, he didn't even play. If you remember the series before that, he didn't even play.
Yep.
So it's like when you got that kind of talent, you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of burnable pieces, you know what I mean?
I mean, JaVale McGee is one of those players, man. Like he can play. He cannot play one series, but he can be a difference maker if you just put him in that one game. Those little small bursts, man, they make a difference, man.
Yo, Shanker, I have the Lakers winning
every night.
Yeah, me too, Shanker.
Yeah, we got the Lakers winning.
You know I ain't jumping off the home team. Come on now.
I mean, I think the Lakers are better constructed to win a championship, honestly. I mean, that's really what it comes down to me. I think the Lakers are just more balanced.
Lakers sweep the Nets. I don't know about that, bro.
I ain't say all that shit.
I don't know about that. Y'all gotta stop.
No, we ain't saying that, man. You ain't beating 3 guys like that in 4 games, bro. But
I'll tell you one thing.
We damn sure should swap.
AD is going to have a field day.
He's gonna have a field day though. I mean, they're not gonna stop LeBron from getting to that rim either. They got no interior protection, man.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, I think no, yeah, I agree with you. I see what you're saying. Yeah, they're gonna make another move. I agree. I don't think this is gonna be the same roster when it comes to playoff time.
I think, especially since that move happened, I think that they're probably going to make another move. I think, especially since the Nets got Harden, they're going to be prompted to make another move, most likely.
What's good, Renegade? Shout out to you, Cleveland Cavaliers. I see they trying to make the playoffs. Salute to them for trying to make some moves on like some teams who are just not doing anything at all. So
Facts.
salute to the team.
Facts. Your Browns put off that playoff win too, man. Shout out to them.
No,
I mean,
what you're saying, bro?
I just can't believe that some of these teams say they're aiming to be at the playoffs or trying to be a playoff team, but they make no moves at all where everybody else is improving. That shit doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Tax write-off.
Facts.
Tax write-off. I call them tax write-off teams.
That's the company line.
Goddamn,
There's
Charlotte
no
Hornets tax
championship.
write-off team.
There's no championship team that didn't spend.
Yep. That's the company line right there. Yeah, we committed to excellence. Yeah, that's all our company say.
Like the OGs once said, you gotta spin to win.
Hey, talk that talk.
You gotta spin to motherfucking win, brother. Shout out to the OGs. You gotta spin to
It's
win.
like all them companies doing the Black Lives Matter protests, all the companies dedicated towards stopping racism, all that. That sounds good.
You gotta spin, man. Like every single last one of the championship teams, man. They spend a lot of money to get to that. Most of them are over the luxury tax, man. You gotta.
I want to answer this.
Yep. That's what
Melodrama
they care
said.
about. Facts.
Melodrama said Lakers bench ain't as deep as it used to be, in my opinion. Do you remember who was coming off the bench last year, man? That bench wasn't no super bench now. You know what I'm saying?
Dog.
Like, to me, this year the bench is scary.
It is very scary.
I feel like the Clippers bench is raggedy as hell this year. It's not the bench that it was last year. Last year, the Clippers bench legitimately said, okay, if we play them in the Western Conference Finals, it's going to be a dogfight. But this year, Nicholas Batum ain't scaring nobody. Who the hell he's scared? He's not Jermichael Green. He's not my guy. I can't even think of his name right now. Montrezl Harrell. And I feel like Lou Williams might be on the block. I keep hearing that. So
I mean, I think Batum's been playing better than I expected him to play.
He's been hitting those old man spot up 3-point shots. That's what he's supposed to do. But as far as like really being something that pushes you over the top, Nicholas Batum is not the name, though. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Yeah, that team last year, they had a couple of misfit players on there, man. You got just players that were outcasts on many teams.
That team just loves
Dion Waiters.
Dion Waiters.
Yep, Dion Waiters.
J.R. Henny Smith.
Mr. Edible Waiters. I mean, that dude.
Mr. Gummy Bear, man.
That dude an OD'd on an edible. I ain't never heard that.
That man OD'd on some gummies, man. Come on, bro.
Man. You know what, though? You know what, bro?
Yeah.
I'm about to tell too much of my business. This summer, I had a mean bout with an edible. And I was just like,
yo, that's real talk. That's real rap.
I went to Lake Travis. Oh, my boy, that shit put me on my ass. And I could not function.
You were seeing
I don't really
shit,
do it like that. And it hit me so hard. So oh, man, you know, it's funny. It's like you be so out of there. You can hear people talking to you, but you don't want to communicate back because there's too much energy. And you feel like you're just hot. You feel like your heart don't stop. Bro, B was like making fun of me, and I could not get upset because I heard them laughing. I didn't think it finished to me, but I just wanted them to leave me alone so I can slump down. Like, that's all I want to do is slump down. So,
well, you feel like you was on that dog food. No, man. No,
bro, I feel it though, man. That's not a good high, man. Like, this is not. So, it ain't impossible is all I'm saying. I'm a big big dude too, so it took a lot to put me down.
Bro,
I
did
was
it feel
man,
like
I
he
ain't
had a
never
heart
doing this
attack?
again. Yeah, you be like, you can hear your heart beating. I'm like, damn, if I go to sleep, I'm like,
Hoop
God,
Jargon, did it feel like he had a heart attack?
I'm sleepy, so I can't stay up. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm scared.
Sweat this way, you be like,
Scared
oh
as hell,
man,
bro.
what's
I was
going
like,
on?
man. I was
Yeah,
scared,
you
bro.
can't
I
you
was like,
can't
I'm
play them
tired, but I
edibles,
can't go
man.
to sleep.
Edibles hit harder than leaf. You know what I'm
That,
saying?
that's why I'm afraid. I'm afraid to try them, bro. Because I heard that's on the scariest highs ever. I'm afraid to try them bitches, bro.
Yeah, stay
I'm afraid,
You
bro.
gotta start base level. Man, I've been
I'm
high just thinking
afraid.
about it. Shit.
Yeah. I agree with
Tread lightly, dog.
what they're saying in the chat. The only loss that I see that really affects the Lakers, losing Rondo, of course, but to me, Schroeder's like a younger version in a way. He doesn't have the leadership that Rondo has, or just that
Yeah.
playoff Rondo vibe. So I'm not saying that, but he does do a lot of the same things Rondo does, but he scores at a better clip. With that being said, I do hate that we lost Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard, a lot of series, his energy alone and his dominant presence on the board in the playoffs really showed up. So that's the one name, him and JaVale McGee, because I like JaVale McGee as well.
Yep.
But I would trade those guys any day for 20 points off the bench for Montrez and for THT to be rising the way he is, for Caruso to be shooting the ball. Like Shanker just said in the chat, if you really look at the Lakers, bro, the last 3-4 games, they are scary good, bro. They on cruise control on the road.
Yep.
They're 9-0 on the road. What is it, 6-0 on the road?
Yep.
For the first time in franchise history. Like, it doesn't even look like they are in a zone right now. So I want them to make a trade, but I don't want them to disrupt chemistry too much to the point where it sets them back.
It's just the fact that they're all doing this stuff, man. Like they're playing so well, and they're not even playing close to the best basketball they can play. Like AD's not even playing close to the best basketball he can play. It's just scary, man. Like the Lakers, man, they're that good, man. It's crazy on both ends of the ball too. On both ends of the ball.
Stride. That's what it's called, fellas. Championship stride, man. We've been down this road being Lakers fans. We know how it look when the team just on autopilot. Remember that third championship? We I ain't gonna lie, we beat the Kings. We kind of shafted them in 2002.
Thank you
But
for
I remember
telling
that
the
season,
truth,
man.
brother. Thank you. It sets you free. Go ahead.
Hey, man. Yeah, you gotta own the truth, man.
Yeah.
We just win that series, man. It is what it is. But I just remember them in the season. They kind of looked like they weren't even trying. They knew what it took to get to the finals. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what we're seeing right now.
Bro, man, that was the only the Western Conference championship where I felt bad for the opposing team. I was like, I was a young, I was like, man, there ain't no way we're supposed to win that game.
Bruh, and when Donahue came out in 2005 and dropped that article basically saying, yeah, we was told to cheat for certain teams and the Lakers was one of them, man, that hurt my soul, man, because that was the first time where I really started questioning, the floor of the game in the NBA. And like I said, I've been a Lakers guy for a long ass time. So, but, time goes on and it is what it is and the record still stands. So I don't think it matters. At the end of the day, Hoop Jargon just did it in a very nice way, but he just basically just said Lakers, 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 Lakers. He basically just told y'all, even though we previewing the Brooklyn Nets, the Lakers gonna watch y'all. So I mean, yeah, I feel the same way, bro. I've never seen. Look, and this is just looking at Bron. I'm telling y'all, real rap, and I'm including the Miami Heat. I have never seen Bron on a team this talented, bro. Like, I've never seen Bron on a team that could just hit cruise control with the bench like this. Like Shanker was saying, it's nights where they running offense through THT in the third quarter. Like, that's I've never seen this guy with a team like this. So are they going to disrupt the chemistry trying to match a superstar arms race? What do you think, DJ? Do you think the Lakers should stay put with what they got and face Brooklyn in the summertime? Or do you think they need to go get more?
In the wise words of Loonies and Shock G, gotta get more. You gotta get more. And yo, you gotta get more. Man, you gotta. It's not just this year. It's for the years after LeBron. And when you got a player like Levine that says, "I want to be traded. I want to be a Laker," he said this in the offseason, by the way. You made that move. Not only for the impact of this year, but many years. It's about building off of success. If the Lakers play this right, and I think Rob Pelinka will make a move. All you got to do is watch what the Nets do. The Nets start winning with, Kevin Durant, Harden, and Kyrie. Then that's the time to strike.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see when they make that move. It'll be interesting to see whatever new piece comes in or pieces come in, how long it'll take them to integrate into the system. Schroeder is asking for an exorbitant amount of money next year. So I would not be surprised to see Dennis the Menace get the hell out of town, because I do not see Rob Pelinka wanting to take any dollars away from their third superstar to pay Schroeder. So I think Schroeder might be on the block. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I know to our brother Shanker's dismay, THT is a very attractive piece. And Kyle Kuzma, man, it's been time for Kuzma to get the hell out of Dodge City. So we'll see, man. We will see. Are you ready to make your picks for the finals, DJ?
Not yet. We got some more basketball to see, and I don't want to adjust too early. I don't want to say, "Oh, Lakers going to the finals," and then some miraculous upset happens. So I got to see how these teams look first.
Shanker, honestly, answering your thing about Schroeder, I hope not. I hope they don't spend no money on Schroeder, bro. Because have you looked at the numbers that he's asking? That you don't pay Schroeder that, because if they pay Schroeder that money, then you're not gonna get a third superstar. You're not gonna be able to pay everybody. And I'm not paying Dennis Schroeder what he's asking for, and killing my opportunity to get a third superstar, like DJ said, so that when LeBron starts to slow down, you know what I mean, you already have another superstar on deck to play under AD. So now AD gets the chance to be the alpha on the team and make his own Lakers legacy. And if you tie that money up into Schroeder, what you gonna let Montrez walk in 2 years? I would rather keep Trez for a cheaper price than pay all that money to Schroeder, and now all that money is tied up. I don't know. He said he'll walk. He said he'll walk, Shanker. And all I'm saying is, if he walks, that's not a bad thing to me, especially if you end up with a guy like Levine or you end up with a guy like Bradley Beal. I'd rather Levine. I'd rather take the 6'6" guy who could be a defensive problem if he's engaged, because he's athletic enough, he's long enough, 3-point marksman, can give you 40 any game. I would rather him over Bradley Beal, who was undersized to me. I would rather be able to match up Zach LaVine and Kawhi Leonard like I saw last game versus having an undersized backcourt and then running into teams like the Clippers that are long in the West, and now you got Bradley Beal struggling to defend. So, yeah, I would rather Zach LaVine. That's who I'm hoping for. Is it going to happen? I don't know. But I know he's on the move, and I know he wants out. So I would not be surprised to see him going to another contender if it's not the Lakers.
You heard the man. We can't wait to see what unfolds. Thank you guys for joining the channel and tuning into this video. Also, before you leave, make sure you hit the subscribe bell to get notifications. Also, as this channel grows, you're going to see some different things from this channel. It's growing by the day. I thank all of you for supporting new media. This is just the beginning. Peace.